Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Captain Frank Hawks, and today we are in Star Citizen. Now, today we're going to be reviewing and talking about what is perhaps my greatest disappointment in all of Star Citizen. Yes, even more of a disappointment than the refit of the Freelancer. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we will be talking about the Constellation Andromeda. Why the Constellation Andromeda? Because, literally speaking, with the exemption of the Constellation Phoenix, every constellation is exactly the same. That's right. That level of annoyance. Yeah. Can you feel it? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right to it. Now, I'm sorry that we're doing this in Hangar. I would much rather do this in Arena Commander, but I've tried that and it did not work. It failed. It fell flat on its face. So we're going to be doing this inside here. Inside of Revel and York. Oi. Now, we're going to be starting from the rear of the ship, where the greatest problem with the ship is apparent. Okay, let's get into the cargo bay. Once again, I apologize for the damage state. Wait, I don't hear any sound. Oh, it's because my headphones were turned down. The first and foremost thing that I hear from everybody who has ever bought a Constellation for their own personal usage is how much it reminds them of Star Trek and how much that makes them happy. Whoever's idea it was to have a ship docked underneath another ship between what we could call its nacelles is a fucking idiot and should be smacked in the face. First of all, this is not going to function well in game. And second of all, it makes the whole of the rest of the ship look stupid per its design. If there's going to be a docking bay of any kind for another ship, it should be an actual docking bay, and honestly, it should be above this area. This area should be dedicated towards engineering. We have our power plant, our gravity generator. There's something over here that says high voltage. There's a couple of either boilers or water coolers or some shit like that here. Really, this entire area should be dedicated to the purpose of engineering, not a parasite ship. Excuse me. Moving on. Now, this area behind us does constitute 1 degree of separation from the vacuum of space. However, we move into this poorly designed accident that we can only describe as a mishiva that has no paneling designed to separate you from the vacuum of space. These huge, chunky-ass rocket holders should be part of these pillars on the side, forming a congruent wall. I don't know. Maybe not congruent. Maybe continuous should be the proper word. A continuous wall that is part of a shutter network that separates the rest of us from the vacuum of space when the cargo bay is opened. Also, there are hatches on the side where there should be no hatch. Okay? It hurts my feelings. It really does. Now, the only hatch that there should be, in my personal opinion, since there is no appropriate space used in this area, should be here. Okay, with an extending umbilical to connect to another ship. And there really should not be any other hatches. Oh, hey, it decided to pop up. Let's open up the cargo bay, shall we? Open, please. There is no shutter network or any sort of extending wall that protects us from the vacuum of space when this environment is opened. This is poor design. Now, if the rocket pods were moved to the side, this would have continuous, from the floor to the ceiling, ability to stack cargo, which currently stops right about here, underneath the rocket pod. Let's move forward, shall we? So this does not count. This is not a sealed area. So this is not a degree of separation from the vacuum of space. Oh, look, it opened up again like the douchebag that it is. Or the douchebag that designed it. Let's move forward. You have no idea how much it pains me how poorly designed this environment is. First of all, and anybody who's watched my videos knows how much I hate bunk beds. They are not appropriate in this environment. They double as escape pods. A size of ship as this is, a size, what is it, 4 ship? There's never going to be time for you to get to an escape pod and appropriately activate it. So, why have it? Okay, I'm right on top of some sparking bullshit. If you can make a personal apartment in the same area in which there is in the back of a Mustang Beta, why the fuck could you not take this wall and make apartments for the people who would be aboard the ship? Which, by the way, should be a complement of 6. Not 5, not 4, not 3, 6. The reason why is because there is a ship in the tail end, there are 2 gunnery positions, and there are 3 seats on the bridge. Which, by the way, I'm going to bitch about here in a second. Now, in each of these quarters, there should be one of these Omni bathrooms, which is what I'm going to start calling. Wow, we've got some glitchy movement going on today. Let's open her up. An Omni bathroom is a fold-out bathroom, which means you should have a fold-out shower head, which this one does not fold away, but that's fine. You should have a fold-out sink, which this is prepped for. You should have a fold-out toilet, which this is prepped for. And you should have some kind of micro linen closet, which this seems to be prepped for. And that's fine. But there should be one a bit smaller than this, because really this is a bit big. Okay, guys? Inside of each of these apartments, including the captain's quarter, complete with fold-out life, which means fold-out bed, fold-out entertainment, fold-out kitchenette, those sorts of things. If you want to then use this area, okay, as your dining social area, you need to recognize something. Surface to mass ratio. We have here the world's smallest dining table against the world's largest couch. There's literally more seating than there is dining area, okay? And for those of you who have sat at a Denny's or a Village Inn or a IHOP that has a booth shaped like this, you know exactly how uncomfortable it is. Excuse me. We're not even going to get into the cabinetry. This entire area needs to be redesigned. Weapons racks? Please. There should be weapons racks in everybody's personal apartment. And I know what you're saying. Wait. With the airlock lift on the floor, which it is a functioning airlock and is proper, this is a degree of separation from the vacuum of space, right? It's not sealed. There's a hatch. Somebody put a goddamn hole in the roof. where it does not fucking belong. Everybody's sleeping comfortably. Somebody opens this hatch. Everybody dies. Got it? Bad. Bad CIG. Bad. Let's look at the bridge, shall we? Wow, look at this huge waste of foot space. There could be a console here. There could be a lot of things here. And let's not forget, there is no med bay of any kind throughout this entire ship. Congratulations, CIG. You fucked up. Let's talk turrets, shall we? Excuse me. Got a little bit of a frog in my throat. Okay. Good, CIG. Good boy. You did a good job. Great visibility. Great weapon placement. Great screen placement. Well done. Good job. Let's move on, shall we? Is it this one? No, it is this one. Let's see if the bottom turret will work. Okay, boys and girls? Lower turret. Oh, good lord. Bad CIG. Poor screen placement. Poor visibility. Poor weapons placement. You can barely see out of this goddamn thing. You can't see the targets that are directly below the ship. This should have been an inverse situation, not a parallel to the deck situation. Bad CIG. Bad. Go to the corner. On top of that, the complete turret placement should be back further, thusly allowing for a captain's seat, as opposed to treating the front of this ship as a cockpit like you do everything else! Footplates that block the visibility for landing. There should be a centralized captain's seat that should come back to about around here. Just about around here. Okay? That's the visibility of command. Having no joystick control over the ship at all whatsoever. There should be a pilot and co-pilot seat. And they should be just a little bit close together, but not restricting the visibility of the captain. Now, mind you, this is a ship that has a greater degree of visibility than 9/10 of the other ships in-game. And yet still, we have these giant window frames. And this one has structural supports between, which are completely unnecessary. This is the far-flung future. We're talking about Star Trek far-flung future. The 24th century, I believe. Why the fuck do we need this web of garbage that impedes proper viewing, along with footplates that should not be there, impeding on landing view? Ugh! Guys, I'm sorry. I know there are a lot of you who love this ship. The first thing that you think of when you see this ship is, hey, I've got my own personal enterprise, or a smaller version thereof. I've got my own Star Trek ship with nacelles and plentiful weapons and sensors and good things and lots of visibility and just sheer awesomeness. Guys, I'm sorry. I give the Roberts Space Industries, Constellation Andromeda, and all subsequent attachments to the series not attachment, in all subsequent ships to the Constellation series that lie in this format, mind you, I have not looked at the Phoenix yet, 2 thumbs down. This is a fail. This is an F, Cloud Imperium, an F minus. This could have been done so much better. But instead, you made this. Let's talk about our talking points. Purpose of design. Honestly, general utility. It could be used for exploration. It could be used for cargo hauling. It could be used for piracy. It is a utility vessel. Okay? Success of design. 2 thumbs down. Okay? 2 thumbs down. If I could show it on my guy, if I knew how, I would give it to you. 2 thumbs down. It's just bad. Playstyle. Me, I would use it as a cargo hauler. Or as a pirate ship. Degrees of separation from depressurization. 2. 1 at the end, 1 in the front. The only real solid areas that are separated from the vacuum of space. Bad CIG. 5. Comfort level. I would give it a thumbs up and a thumbs down. There's no kitchen. There's no coffee maker. There is no means by which to make tea, you British guys and gals. There's no real way to have privacy. You've got bunk beds, which means if Johnny the one-eyed pervert is on the lower bunk and he knows that you're trying to sleep, he's going to be jerking it, and you're going to hear it. Okay, guys? Is it fun? No, it's not. I'm sorry, but it isn't. Flying a giant ship by yourself is never fun, and anytime there is a crew, half the time, their intent is to kill you and to take the ship from you. And there's nowhere for you to lock yourself in. Okay? You can't go into your room and lock yourself in and hope that you survive the night. Okay? There really isn't. Is it fun? I think I just covered this. No, it's not. It's not fun. It's not fun to get shot at no matter where you go, because this thing is a missile boat. It's a weapons boat. It's not fun to get your shit stolen from you 9/10 of the time. It's not fun at all whatsoever to have these problems. I mean, yeah, it's fun to fly. I'll give you that. And yeah, it is fun to overpower anybody who goes against you unless they're also in a Connie or something bigger. Is it worth it? Fuck no, it's not. 2 solid thumbs down. It is not worth it. Not at its current buying price, which for a package is about around $225. You get a lot with that package, but it's still not worth it because you get a crappy ship with it. Okay? It's not worth it. A freelancer would be better than this bullshit. Anyways, guys. Have fun. Take care of each other. Be safe. This is Captain Frank Hawks signing off.